Good afternoon. A beautiful, beautiful afternoon to you. It is the communication studios of your darling station, Independent Television. And of course, our current affairs program, 60 Minutes Nigeria. My name is Erosa Agmulao. Nice to be with you after my annual vacation. And I promise you that today's program, just the way it has always been, it promises to be enlightening, it promises to be educative, and of course, entertaining. So be a part of this 1 hour discussion program. And for our viewer out there, wherever you're getting the signals of independent television from, you can be a part of this program. And for those of you within Edo State and adjoining states, you can also phone in. Those in Benin City, environs, you can phone in, you can contribute to the program, but please do not insult anybody. Just make meaningful contribution because the authorities are watching too and they can gain from your comments and from your contribution. Okay, I have in the studio very distinguished gentlemen, very distinguished personalities who have impacted positively on society. I have with us a leader of the youths, a leader of congregation, and of course, I'm talking about Dr. Elvis Agbonaima. Nice to have you with us today.
Thank you.
Okay.
God bless you. God bless you.
Okay. We also have with us a law lecturer, a legal practitioner in Edo State, a barrister Jesse Agbolagba. Nice to have you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. So, my guests are ready to dissect the topic that we have today. We are looking at the economic downturn, the situation in Nigeria. You and I will surely have an agreement on one issue, and that has to do with the economic downturn being experienced in Nigeria. Every facet of the country seemed to face one challenge or the other, and that culminated, or rather triggered, a nationwide protest just yesterday, talking about Wednesday, 2nd of August, 2023. Well, before my guests will make their contributions, on the 31st of July, the President of Nigeria, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, in his own way, in a nationwide broadcast, actually appealed to Nigerians to bear, appealed to Nigerians to persevere. He actually revealed that his administration is geared to catapult Nigeria to enviable heights. Let's just hear him.
We will get out of this turbulence, and due to the measures we have taken, Nigeria will be better equipped and able to take advantage of the future that awaits her. And in a little over 2 months, we have saved over ₦1 trillion that will have been squandered on the unproductive fuel subsidy, which only benefited smugglers and fraudsters.
An excerpt of the broadcast, and you agree with me that that excerpt, Nigerians needed to hear that. He said that the removal of petrol subsidy is in the interest of Nigerians, that some smugglers, some Nigerians took advantage of petrol subsidy and made money, that this administration needed to remove the subsidy so that they can invest in other areas. He talked about investment in procurement of buses, mass transit buses. He talked about investment in agriculture. He talked about the release of grains. He talked about investment in small-scale businesses. And he talked about a lot of issues. And we understand that that actually made his administration to remove fuel subsidy. But I won't do all the talking today. My guests will do that. Because only yesterday, on Wednesday, the NLC, TUC, labor unions, civil society organizations took to the streets to protest against the removal of fuel subsidy. But we are looking at what triggered the protest: economic downturn. Nigerians are facing the heat. Some Nigerians have abandoned their vehicles. Some Nigerians who didn't have vehicles now have to trek because they can't even afford transport fares. A lot of problems. Food costs are soared astronomically, and inflationary trend very, very perturbing. Okay, I'll start with Dr. Elvis Agbonaima. You have direct contact with the people because you lead congregations and you feel their pulse. Now, looking at the economic downturn, what's your take?
The truth of the matter is that Nigeria, there is serious hunger in the land.
Okay.
Like I always say here, that even those who are working in different parastatals, whether from the public sector or the government sector, many of them now, their take home now cannot even take care of them because of the hike in so many things, in goods and services. And the reason why this problem continues, I just sat down today, I just begin to imagine something. I said, now, a situation whereby somebody from a position of House of Rep member, from there you become a senator. From a senator you become a governor. Some of them, there are those who are leading us. Some of them, for example, for the last 20 years, 16 years, they have not used their money to go and buy food items. They have not used their money to buy fuel, to fuel their vehicle. They have not used their money to even pay for the security that is around there for the last 16 years. And that's why sometimes they are not really feeling what we are feeling. We have many of them in different, offices. Like governor, like now, is like for many, if you look at what is happening in Nigeria now, the Senate House is like a retirement for many governors. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying now? Yeah. Now that's why what we are feeling, even when we are crying, people are crying. Like you said, I am very close to the downtrodden. I'm very close to the people, the masses, based on my position. Now, we feel these people. But these people, even though they try to claim that, they are feeling what we are feeling, like the president brokers, but the truth of the matter is this: they are not really feeling what we are feeling. Because they are not using their money to buy foodstuff. Because as a governor, as a senator, as a House of Rep member, and so many other positions, there is so much allocated for them. Therefore, the price, if the price of goods and services increases every second, they don't really feel it. Are you getting me now? That is a problem. There is so much for them to eat. They will call themselves, for example, they are saying, they used to tell us that they are our servant. To me, I don't see it to be so, because though it might be my personal opinion, maybe some other person will agree with me. The economy is suffering. Nigerians are going through a lot. And talking about, LSC.
Yes.
The truth is that many of them are part of the problem.
How do you mean?
Most of these parastatals, do you know that most of these government agencies, most of the blunder they make, most of the stealing they make, most of those who are working different parastatals under ministry are part of those who teach them how to steal.
Okay, I'm talking about the politicians, the public office holders,
yes,
and ministry workers.
That's why when they come out to protest, I'm coming.
Yes, it's an allegation,
It's an allegation, like you said, sir, if you go into research. Now, that's why sometimes these government people don't even respect them. Because they know that most of these ministries, they are involved. They are even the one that teach some of these governors, some of our, those who we elected on how to do some paperwork, to turn against the people. But when they will come out, that's why sometimes, let me say this. The truth is this: we have a problem. We must agree. There is suffering in the land. Now, like the president broadcast that he will do this, he will do that. But the truth is this. I want to say this. By God's grace, we are building our headquarters. Now, will I say because I'm building our headquarters, that is progress for the church? The church is building the headquarters, then those staff in the church will not be paid salary, then they will not be living well, or those who are giving stipend in the church, or those who are staff in the church. Then, now, if a man is building a house, it's progress. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Now, does it mean because you are building a house, your children will be suffering?
No.
Now, you say you just came, you say you want to do this, you want to do that. From the very day you took office, the hunger in the land increased. It simply means something is wrong. Because your coming should give us, we are not saying, it must be 100%. At least from the day the president took oath of office, the hunger in the land double. I don't know how to say it. You know what I'm saying, sir. That everything turned against Nigerians. That's why now, now you are saying we should give you time. Do you want all the people to die? At this stage now, it's not giving us time. Go into action. We want to see action. Because, as I speak to you now, sir, a lot of Nigerians are not eating well. A lot of Nigerians, if we were suffering before, that was just like a child's play. Now, people can barely eat even 1 square meal a day. This system, this collapsed economy has turned majority of Nigeria to beggars. Are you getting me now? Whatsoever they think they are doing, it's not working. They should work fast. We want to see evidence. We are tired of stories. Nigeria is no longer interested in stories. Now, that's why if you watch now, when the president is talking, or people who represent the government, they are talking or whatever, people are just watching. They are just watching because they are tired, they are fed up.
They want to see action.
They want to see action.
They want to see immediate
because you
impact.
cannot be telling me, just like I said just now, you are telling your wife, your children, I want to do this, I want to do that, and your children are hungry. No. Not that what you are saying to your children, what you are saying to Nigeria, for us to be sure that you are taking us to Eldorado, we should feel some kind of joy. Not that we are starving us. Okay, before you finish, when people are finished dying, how many people will not be left?
They will not die.
They will not die, sir. We are in the studio here. If you carry your camera and go outside, you will discover that the hunger in the land, it has tripled, and people now to feed is difficult. Do you know that a lot of people now slap a lot? They use their leg, their foot to walk. So even slap to the office. So now to even fuel their vehicle is a problem. One thing I'm very sure, it is, I used to say it here, it is not that our leader does not know what to do. They know what to do, but they are not doing it because of wickedness. For example, do you know that most of these leaders, they know if the refineries here is fixed and we start refining for a year, PMS and all that here, for example, you know that, it will be cheaper for us. Now, they want us to always refine it outside the country because there they can be able to loot money.
But they are, from what they've told us now, there are plans for them to
revive
and revamp our refineries, our local refineries.
The former minister of petroleum, who was the former governor, told us last year, and he said that before December, that the Port Harcourt refinery will be up and doing, will be, business functioning. But do you know that? Now we just heard again now. They said until December. Now, who is that deceiving who? Are you getting it now? Because if that refinery is working, it will become a plus.
Okay. Thank you, Doctor.
Aside that, sir, there are many people who, do you know how much is a bag of meat now? A bag of meat is increasing every day. I'm telling you, sir. Even building is a problem. I'm not telling you what I was told. I am telling you practical. What the thing is this. If this government is sincere to us, if they are not, that's why I'm just praying, the court, the judiciary should have to help us out. So let us know where we are. Because now, why we not also talk much? Because even the government now, I believe they are afraid. They don't know what is going to happen. And that's why the judiciary have to be fast with their judgment, so that the Nigeria state will know our presence, will not know where we are going, where we are heading to.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. I can see that Dr. Elvis Agbonama is very emotional because he knows exactly how the people feel. And we are very optimistic that the broadcast of the president, that he will actually actualize as soon as possible his promises, because Nigerians need impact. Nigerians need alleviation of poverty. Well, a lot is happening. Economic downturn in different sectors of the country. Barrister Jason, what's your take to these imbroglio, to these problems in the country?
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. The state of the nation as it is now is not in a palatable manner at all. Because I listened to the broadcast very well of Mr. President, and then he talks about rolling out things that can pacify the hardship, ease the hardship of the people in the country, of Nigerians. And so these are like what my uncle has just said.
Yeah.
There are things that ought to have been done. Some of the things that were said in the broadcast of 31st ought to have been put in place before the removal of fuel subsidy. That would have been, imagine someone tell you that, okay, there are buses available for your transport, there are things that are available, there's increments in salaries before the removal of fuel subsidy. Even if people now complain at the end of the day that, oh, this is not what we want, or this is not what we wanted or anything, but there will be a form of pacifying substance to make sure that to ease the hardship. But as it is now, nothing was done. Instead, the subsidy was removed before they were not talking about bringing about the buses and other increasing salaries and making the refineries to work. No. You have to put things in perspective and do things first so that the masses will not suffer. Because at the end of the day, it is the masses that suffer. The ordinary man who goes to the market cannot even feed. Things are so expensive and salaries are not increased. The dollar is on the rise daily. Fuel is on the rise. In fact, now they are saying they are going to increase the prices of premium motor spirits again. And then these are so many things that now turn into hardship or make the hardship of the people in the country to be exponential. And then, first of all, that's what I'm saying, with insane clients, before you take some actions, you would have put things in place so that when you finally take those actions, there will be a soft landing for the masses. Because at the end of the day, the masses are the ones who put these people in power. And so they owe it to the masses to do what is right in order for the masses to survive. If the masses end up dying due to poverty and due to lack, then there will not be any country again. That's one thing that people should always know. The leaders should take note of. That if you starve the populace, at the end of the day, the next election, you will not see those that will vote. There's nobody you will rule over. Everybody would have died. So it is very important as Nigerians and as leaders for them to take that into mind, that they are here to serve the nation. And that's why they are called servant leaders, to serve the nation first and foremost, before any other thing else. Thanks, sir.
Thank you very much, Barrister Jason Agbolagba. Well, like I told you, you can be part of this discussion. Let me just quickly let you know the studio number so that you can be a part and make your contribution. 080 77 77 0300. So the number is on your screen. You can be a part. You can make your contribution. Okay, we have an instant. Okay, there's a call now. We'll just take this call immediately. Okay. Good afternoon.
Welcome back, Mr. Bona.
Good afternoon.
Welcome back.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Please, can you introduce yourself and make your comments?
This is Sonny Redosa.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much. I'd like to say that those who are for and those who are engaged, they are all working for the progress of Nigeria.
Okay.
Like we say in leadership, you must be willing to take assets and liability. Do not receive assets or accept assets and refuse liability. In other words, for a leader to succeed, the leader must be willing to listen to the displeasure of the people. Don't always come out to say, like you see the police, when they parade criminals, you will find out that the chief officer of the state will come out to brief people. Then when there is a misconduct, you will see they say you cannot reach it, it's not available. You will not be able to succeed in that regard. So that's the reason why even those who may not share their view, everybody is allowed to add their opinion, you know, because at the end of the day, that's the beauty of democracy.
Yes.
But I also think that it is wise in carrying out this issue. We must not, like Phil Safama will say, do not separate fire like somebody that is journey the fight. You know, we must do it, especially with the fear of God. For those of us who profess that we are servants of God or ambassadors of heaven, we must do it in such a way that at the end of the day, the body language of our members, our followers, will not be turned to causing more chaos, catastrophe in the system. So having said all that, I want to say that from 1999, or let's look at 2009, the MOUs that have been signed with governors and all that, which one has been kept? So now that federal government has decided to say that this is what they're going to do, ABC, I want to plead with Ms. Tinubu. This is the first MOU he's signing with ASU, even though they didn't put pen and paper. But you see, like they always say, a man's word is his bond. So now that he has made this commitment, I know that from Buhari time, they said they were repairing the refinery. I hope that from December, we will not play that setback that is not working. And the things he said he wants to do, he doesn't have to actually do them. Where he's having difficulty and challenges, he should be quick to come back to the people to say that I am having this issue, that's why I can't continue, so that they will know that he's carrying them along.
Yeah.
Not when they go on the street, then you want to start talking and told you they have problems with you, they were being sponsored. You understand? So
Yes.
I want to plead with him that he should ensure that he says he's going to operate open door policy. Those who vote for those who will not vote for him, they are all Nigerians. Because when Nigeria is great, we'll be praised for it.
Yeah.
And when he goes down, he will also be called for. So I think I will take this to heart and trust God that Nigeria will be better. Like Pastor West, we always say, a wise man is proactive, while a fool is reactive. I pray that this time leader will be proactive and not reactive. Thank you. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That's a great one. Thank you very much. Well, I think what I can pick from there, that I believe that the authorities should also pick, is the open door policy. My caller just said there's need for the president to operate open door policy. If you say I'm going to do this for Nigerians, I'm going to do that with Nigerians. If there are hiccups, go back to the same Nigerians through a nationwide broadcast and let them know that this is what the government has done, this is what we intend to do, these are the challenges. So you carry the people along, it should not be speculative. Yes, we have another caller before my guests will continue. Okay, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please, your name and where are you calling from and your comments?
When I'm calling from Benin, am I speaking to ITV Benin?
Yes, this is 60 Minutes Nigeria.
Okay. Hello?
Yes, go on.
Hello?
Hello, we can hear you. Okay. We have a problem with that caller. Dr. Evis, now, yes, the president has spoken. It's not just about president speaking or president's comments. We need, like you have said and like the caller has said, we need a quick fix of the problems. Do you really agree that this removal of fuel, of petrol subsidy, will lead Nigeria to a greater height? Your personal opinion.
My personal opinion, removing the fuel subsidy was not a bad thing.
Okay.
But the way it was done, there are modalities that would have been put in place. Are you getting it now? Now, nothing was done. You know, why this thing throw everybody, you know, on balance? Because before you want to take such a step, you would have put one or two things in place. It might not satisfy everybody 100%, but at least to a large extent. Yeah. But you just said it, and you know, Nigerian, we are the problem of ourselves. Until we change, nothing will change. For example, even when the president made that comment, for example, it has not really elapsed. But that very moment, are you getting it now?
Yes.
Nigerians were punishing Nigerians. You get it now? Because
in terms of hiking
price in goods and services,
pump price of PMS.
Sir, you know, the reason why we Nigerians nobody from America will come and fix Nigeria.
Okay.
Nigerians will be the one that will fix Nigeria.
Yes.
If we're having that mind that one person from one place of the, from any place come and fix Nigeria, it will not work. Because America, whatsoever that is happening in America, it was an Americans that fix it. It is Nigeria. That's why we need to change our mentality, our practice, because we are the problem of ourselves.
Thank you.
Because even the leaders that are leading us today, they are product of the society.
Thank you. Let's take a quick break. After this break, we are going to get more callers and allow them express their comments. Okay, nice to have you back after that brief break. We have a caller. Let's just take this caller now. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Please, can you introduce yourself and make your comments?
Okay, my name is James Benamaigulia. I am calling from Rivers State, Okrika local government.
Oh, wonderful. All the way from Rivers. Okay, please make your comments.
Okay, why I want this comment, say Nigeria is a copyright. We just a law. We don't have our stand. Now, everybody, the politician always carry upon themselves. It is the way they do. Then only after themselves, they are not remember the poor masses of the country. She was placed in the council. Always better the
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, go on, James from Okrika in Rivers State.
Yes. Now, the so-called president, I said that each time, they always do.
The line is breaking. Okay, but I think the point, we just got that caller all the way from Okrika in Rivers State. That's a good one that they are watching us right now in Rivers State. And he made very good comment, just that he had problem with communication. But I think what he's saying is that things should be done right. Okay, we have another caller. Okay, we just missed that. Okay, we just missed that. Okay, another caller now. Okay, please go on. Hello, can you go on? Go on.
What I want to say about this matter is this government meant for old lady children? What are the young ones? Let them go get job and let us know where we are going to, and the judiciary to do their part of the work they are supposed to do, so that we know where we are going.
Okay.
In absence of that, let this be just every person like living as a governor go to the Senate. Every person is like living in a house of rep, go to Senate. So that we will know that there is no election in this country at all. Take care.
Okay, thank you. Well, we have problems with that again. This is network issue, but we'll try and get things done properly before we can continue with the calls. Okay, let's just continue. Okay, Joshua Agbolagba, Barrister Joshua Agbolagba. Now, what do you think should be the way forward?
Yeah, I believe the way the nation is now is in a dire need of a quick fix. And it is when this is done that it can ameliorate the sufferings of the masses.
Okay.
And from the broadcast of His Excellency, the President, on 31st, I know he talked about bringing out buses for students and for people in the country, free buses, bringing out seeds for farmers to plant, subsidizing so many things. And later on, he talked about that there will be upward review of salaries of civil servants and all those kind of other things. But what we are saying is that these things have been said, but we need actions to be taken instantaneously. It is only when actions are taken that the people can actually feel that government has has them in mind. If actions are not taken, only words are spoken, and there are no actions to back those words, the populace would still not have faith and hope in the government. So what the government should do is to ensure that they put things in place, make things start happening as soon as possible in order for the populace to feel the hand of government. And when they do this, if they bring things, policies, the policies are not the issue. We have good policies, but implementation has always been the problem in Nigeria, in Africa in general. So implementation, these policies should be implemented to the best, to the latter letter, so that at the end of the day, each and everyone can benefit. And I tell you that if the country is good, everyone will benefit. In Senate climes, you can see a governor will be riding his bicycle on the streets and be waving to citizens and imagine. But in Nigeria, even local government chairman cannot even walk on the streets without being scared or be apprehensive. That's because they know that, okay, somebody might just be annoyed and try to harm me. But in Senate climes, the governor, the president can even walk and come out and address people and go for events that are just organized by anybody.
Okay, thank you, Joshua. Let's just take this caller. Good afternoon.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly now. Please, your name and where are you calling from and your comments?
This is Sonny. I'm calling you from Airport Road.
Okay, go on with your comments.
Okay, I just want to support the submission of Dr. Elvis Agbonaima.
Okay.
I think last week I was in Mission Road.
Okay.
I got a call from two different persons. Although I've shared this thought before, when they talk about the issue of we the people, that's a problem. Because if you check the scripture very well, God said to Moses, I will give you leaders from among the people. So that's why I always emphasize that if you have a bad follower, and that follower now finds himself in the political office, he will become a bad leader. So that's the reason why it's always very important that we must renew our minds. Because a man cannot be bigger than the knowledge that he has. And the size of a man's knowledge will be the size of the application and implementation of a man's life. Can you imagine, for example, that because for the purpose of not making that bad, somebody went to Mission Road and said he needed Mr. Agbola's rice. And Dr. Elvis Agbonaima said, okay, I have Mr. Agbola's rice. But when the man now went to, unknowing to him that the rice that was given to him was the barrister's rice. That the rapper was carrying Mr. Agbola's rice. When I went to reach house, it was not different. So they called me to it and I went there. I actually wanted to get them arrested. They pleaded with me and they have to change the right. That wasn't done by governor, done by president. That was done by Nigeria. Because Agbola's rice is now in vogue in market, selling well. They now started now to start go buy your rap and put sand inside and call it Mr. Agbola's rice. So the point is that the people have a role to play. When those authorities fear the people, you know that we are operating a democracy. But when the people fear those authorities, that is anarchy and chaos, catastrophe. So the people now must put their hands in order to ensure that the little things that they are supposed to do, don't be traffic lights. When your vehicle breaks down, you bring outside and put it there. Don't leave it aside, don't care. Like I said on Manhattan, so people drive one way coming out from Erejawa. They are not driving one way towards limit. Instead of going to turn around. These are not policies that governors, politicians will bring. This is an individual issue. Yeah. That if I drive wrongly, I might kill somebody, I might do something wrong. Yeah. These are little things that we, the people, must do. When we are conscious of that, politicians will be afraid because we are conscious of our environment. I don't need to add that. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much. This is a wonderful comments from this Benin City resident. Well, I need to explain what he was talking about rice. It's not that we have Agbola rice. We don't have Agbola rice. We don't have Dr. Elvis rice. But he was trying to illustrate, trying to make a point. Now, you could have a particular brand of rice, and they say, okay, that brand is good. There are some traders. We go and duplicate that the bag with that brand, with that name, and put a different rice, maybe local rice or rice that is not good with stones inside, and use the brand to be selling it. He is saying that there is need for change of attitude. There is need for Nigerians to change. That it is Nigerians that are elected as leaders. You don't elect somebody from US like Barrister Joshua said. You elect from among your people, like Dr. Evie said. So that's what the man is saying, that we Nigerians must, first of all, change our attitude. We must be good citizens for us to also have good leaders. I think that reverberates. Barrister Joshua, you were making a point before I interjected.
Yes.
Can you just quickly round up? So I'll take another caller now.
Yes. So definitely what I want to say is that at the end of the day, the masses should work with the government too should work with the masses. It's a two-way thing.
Yes.
Give and take. So that at the end of the day, there will be a balance whereby everybody will be happy. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. So let's just take this caller now. Okay. Oh, we just lost that. Okay. Now, okay. Yes, we have another caller. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Please, your name, where are you calling from, and make your comments.
My name is Evidence, calling from New Benin.
Okay.
I want to thank Dr. Evis what he has contributed so far.
Okay.
And I also want to say that there's hunger in the land.
Okay.
There's hunger in the society. Nigerians are really hungry. So I want to make appeal to the government, to the federal government.
Yes.
To make the refinery to work. The past government is spent so much money on the refinery, it has not work. How long did it take Dangote to build the refinery? So if the refinery can work, I think if the price of things can come down, and people can afford things, people can no longer afford things. They can't feed 3 square meters a day.
Yeah.
So if, to me, I think the federal government should be sincere. They should be sincere to the masses. So that's what we are not forcing them. We are pleading to them.
Thank
They
you.
should make the refinery to work.
Okay.
That's my point.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, this caller has also reiterated what my guests have said, that we need our refineries to work because it appears Nigerian economy is centered around petroleum products, PMS, byproducts, diesel, because trucks that bring food items from the villages, most of those trucks, they use diesel. Taxi drivers, bus drivers, motorcyclists, commercial motorcyclists, they use PMS. So the economy seems to revolve around petroleum products. So we need to refine here so that we don't import to make the prices to be affordable. Let's just take this caller. Good afternoon.
Hello?
Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, your name, where are you calling from, and make your comments.
Yes, this is Dominic from Upper Siloko Road.
Okay.
Upper Siloko Road.
Okay.
Thank you very much, moderator, Dr. Agbolao and our barrister.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
You're just giving me a doctorate now. Thank you.
Now contributed immensely. But my comment is that this president we're having, I do not have hope in his administration at all.
Why? Why don't you have hope?
Because during his campaign, he said it's going to continue from where Buhari stopped. That is why whatever that he's saying, I'm so worried. So let him do everything possible for us, members of the public, to have confidence on his administration.
Okay.
By doing exactly what he has said. Refurbishing that our refinery from Port Harcourt, because fuel, PMS is the driver of the economy.
Yeah.
Once this one is put in place, everything will be okay.
Yes, I agree with you.
We are not asking too much for him. Let him go and put our refinery in place. That is my contribution.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm grateful. Thank you.
All right.
Dr. Agbolima, what you people have said, both of you, that's what the people are saying. They keep talking about this refinery, but just that we don't have a government official now from within the petroleum sector to really tell us why these refineries they are unable to fix it. If a private businessman like Dangote can, from the scratch, build a refinery expected to be operational soon. Okay, we have another caller. Okay. Good afternoon. Okay. There's network problem there. Yes. So we don't have that, but what's your advice, Dr. Agbolima?
Let me quickly say this.
Yes.
Nigeria as a nation is a blessed nation.
Okay.
Nigeria as a nation, we are very lucky.
Okay.
In the sense that Nigeria is a prayerful nation,
Okay.
and a patient people.
Okay.
But there's a word and a proverb in my language that okuame also kuya.
What's the meaning of that?
You know, the war of hunger. You know, and my prayer is that we'll not get to that level.
Okay.
Because, you know, they will tell you in a local palace that an hungry man is an angry person. Now, we have a major problem. The government need to wake up quickly because Nigeria is tired of stories. Nigeria is almost tired of MOU. They want to see action. And in doing this, it is not just only the PMS issue. If the government can quickly tackle the issue of duress, insecurity in our villages,
Okay.
in
Communities.
our forest, because a lot of people can no longer go to farm freely. It's also affecting. That one is also part of the reason why food items, you know, the prices have increased. Because the people who are farming out, they have reduced in numbers because of the level of insecurity in our forests, in our individual, you know, locality. You know, those days, a lot of people used to freely go to their farms. Now, a lot of people that want to farm, they can't farm. Going to farm, they are not even sure. There are some community now, there are some villages now. When they are going to farm, they are not sure whether they will come back because of the level of insecurity in that place. I think this one is a major. If the president can address this one too, because Nigeria is not asking for too much. He's not asking for too much. Like I told you, we are very lucky that Nigeria is a praying nation and Nigeria will believe God. And that is helping us. That, you know, and two, that we are patient people. Like what Nigeria has suffered, if some countries around us just taste a little of it, we would have seen a different thing now. Now, the government...
Okay, can I quickly just take this caller? Okay. Okay, good afternoon. Oh, we just missed it. Okay, please go.
Those days when you give your wife, for example, 50,000 or 50,000 to go to market to come and store there, you'll be happy, you'll be forming big man. Now, you will give your wife 50,000, she will come home with items with rubber band. It's true. Everybody is feeling it.
Yeah. Okay, let's take this caller. Okay. Okay, I think this caller is making an attempt to call. Okay, just go on, please.
You know, what I'm trying to say in other words is that...
So the value of the Naira has reduced. So what 10,000 can buy?
You know,
now,
if you have,
you need like 50,000 to buy 10,000
now.
Yes.
If you have 100,000 now, you are like someone that have 10,000.
That's terrible.
You know, you are like somebody that has 10,000. Now, okay.
Go on, please.
Like as I was saying, that's why we the people, this is not just only the government. Because, like I said when I started talking,
yes,
we are Nigerians are the problem of Nigeria.
Yes. Okay. Good afternoon. Yeah, please, your name, where are you calling from, and make your comments.
Okay, my name is Mr. Umofia from Benin.
Okay.
Bypass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make your comments.
So I want to say this to you people to still understand that we are not after whether he is cutting 1 trillion for a month since he entered the office. So what we are after is refinery. They should do refinery. We have 3 major refineries in Nigeria here. One in Kaduna, Port Harcourt, and Delta. What is wrong with them? They will not be able to do the refinery. Only to carry the fuel, good oil, to outside Nigeria and refine it and bring it back to us. We bought it in a higher price of it. It's very wrong. Then now they carry the fuel price is 600 naira. There's no light. We don't have NEPA in Nigeria. We use fuel to generate light on our own. So this is in a high side. We cannot longer bear it again. The heat is too much for Nigerians. It's too much for we, the masses. Because the reason why is because they don't buy fuel, they don't buy food. They drive free motors. They don't show Nigerians.
They do show concern, but just that we want to see the reality of their concern.
So, the one our president said they have 1 trillion. Well, we are not after 1 trillion. We are after to put the refineries in order.
Okay.
So that they can be able to refine our everything here.
Thank you.
That will buy lower cost.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
That's my take.
Thank you. That's great. That's another great contribution. That will be the last from our viewer out there because of time. The importance of local refining of our crude oil has been emphasized by members of the public. Okay, Dr. Elvis, you were talking. Please just conclude your...
To conclude
yes.
my, what I was saying.
Yes.
I think Nigerians now, we should desist. I'm begging Nigerians.
Yes.
We should desist from the art of always dealing with Nigerians. Because, we have so many Nigerians that is always looking for opportunity. Just unknown to them. They are
to exploit.
To exploit other Nigerians looking for opportunity. Like, for example, now, once they just hear that this thing is happening, and they forgot that whenever we take this action, sometimes it doesn't even affect these people that are leading us, because they don't use their money to buy fuel, they don't even use their money to buy food, they don't use their money to stock house, even their security. It is our money. Now, when you start taking some decisions, to exploit people, you are not exploiting those people, you are exploiting Nigerians like you. We should desist from that. Because, and again, we should have a repentant heart. Okay. Because the way some of us are living, we are living as if we are from another side of the world. You get it now? Like you just said now, there are cases where somebody, maybe you are so product of bread. Somebody will go and carry your label. He knows he's not meeting up to your quality. Yes. Even though he's meeting to your quality, he will use his own label. He will carry, go and find and go to police station. You will see that a bread baker will be arrested. Why? He was using a popular brand to sell his own that is not meeting up and is not the same business. And that is what we do. Sometimes something will just happen. You just see, they will just quickly, maybe a bus driver, he will just hike the price. Or not to him that his wife too will enter bus somewhere. His children will enter taxi somewhere. You get it now. Now, if you just, you are looking for opportunity to just increase what you are selling to you want to make money, it will come back to you. Yes. Because you have family. Okay. You have a mother, yes. You have a brother, you have sister. You come from somewhere. You did not fall from sky. Yes. Therefore, every attempt of us to exploit people will bounce back to you. Okay. We should repent from that act.
Thank you. Your concluding comments, Barrister Joshua Agbolagba. Yes.
Finally, speaking today, I believe that if the
But a quick one, I just remembered. Yes. Before you conclude, you have to add this. Do you think federal government should review upward the minimum wage? Continue.
Okay. First and foremost, reviewing upwards the minimum wage will do little to assuage the sufferings of people. And that's what I always say. Because if, for example, somebody that is earning 30,000 naira, you increase the salary to 60,000 naira, and then the person who is selling in the market now knows that the salaries of civil servants has been increased, he also or she also will increase the price of those commodities. And so when they increase everything keeps on going, and then you find out that even with the increment, you are not able to make ends meet, because the person selling has also increased the price because you just heard that they have increased the salary. So it boils down to the fact that Nigerians should be humane in their dealings, whereby I'm my brother's keeper, my brother looks after me, then these issues will not happen. It all boils down to the fact that we as Nigerians should not be a wicked people. We should try as much as possible to help each other out, help one another, in order for the nation to be a better place. So even when you talk about increasing the salary upwards, when you increase that salary upwards, you are still going to buy fuel. You are still going to buy, and then when other people hear that they have increased salary, the same thing happens. They keep on increasing their own too. So at the end of the day, there is no equilibrium. But if the masses are aware that everyone is suffering, so we should do as much as we can to help each other, then the country will be better off for it.
Thank you very much. I want to thank my guest today, Dr. Elvis Agbonaima. Thank you very much. Barrister Joshua Agbolagba is a legal practitioner in Edo State. Thank you very much for your wonderful comments. But I must reiterate that we're very glad with those who called in, Benin City residents. We couldn't pick, we couldn't answer some calls. Don't be offended. We'll give you the opportunity again next time. But I believe that the authorities will heed the call of Nigerians. We need to fix our refineries so that to promote local refining of our petroleum products. Then minimum wage is not really the answer. It could help, but it's not really the answer. We need to have price control. We need to reduce the prices of goods and services so that the purchasing power of the naira can be increased. So government need to look into that, how to increase the purchasing power of our naira so that our naira, we do not want a situation where our naira will become like the Zimbabwe dollar or the Zimbabwe currency. You know, we need to avoid that. When you have 1 million naira, it looks as if you have nothing. We don't need that. We don't need that. So economic downturn has been our topic, and I hope that my guests have really dissected it. My name is Ego Sagmolao. Do have a wonderful weekend ahead. See you by God's grace next week. Bye-bye.